Morning guys, I know a few guys have been asking me for an update, so here it is. I'm actually at the new house. Even got the fire on in thought. Obviously you can see we've got a bit of a house tidy up because we're starting to move stuff in bulk. So the big sort out coming. I got this from Leroy Merlin, this TV unit. Absolute nightmare. Cheap Chinese rubbish. Yeah, it's definitely not European. There's a lot of extra bits in there. I had to basically redo some of it because the instructions weren't right. But just be warned. Looks nice. Absolute pain in the backside to put together. We've got security doors in now because April wanted double door, and to be fair, you can feel the draft difference between the outside door and the front door. Aircon's obviously running, lights are on. I don't think we've ever seen these other lights working, have we? Let's switch them on. There, so we've got the other set of lights. Then over in the kitchen, April had these changed because you had that one light over here. Then it was in the way of April's cupboard doors because she's obviously gone right to the ceiling with her cupboards. So they need to be recessed, so they've been redone. All the cupboards here are push. And basically they're all soft closers, etc. It works well, sinks in. Bit tidying up to go on. As you can see, we're still moving in. Coffee station, so all the coffee stuff's hidden away. That's mainly for me, because April doesn't like me in the way when she's working in the kitchen. The oven's in. The microwave's there. Sitting room starting to take shape. Like I said, a lot of tidying up to do. It's horrendous. She moved one of the plants on the stairs. I think she has. Upstairs still the same as well. A lot of tidying up to do. I'm not going to show you the bedrooms because, well, Uber's is tidy. Mine's not, because I got out of bed 2 minutes ago to see the kids before they went to school. But yeah, Uber's is getting there. He's got his little desk from, where was that one from? It's a bit like an IKEA shop, but keeps the space down. You start using the Mac instead of, well, start to use the Mac Air instead of the iMac, because the iMac's a much bigger machine, which will end up upstairs. But he's happy. It's looking quite nice out there. Beach is quiet. Let me tell you the bed a little bit, because we've got a giant bed. Because one of the things we have is when I'm away, the kids all simply end up in my bed. So we've got quite a large bed in the main bedroom. But that's all pretty much there now. It's raised right up as well, so there's lots of storage underneath. Zoe's room's pretty much there. Another one needs tidying up. Got to get some drawers. But yeah, nearly there. Upstairs, absolute disaster at the moment for tidying up. Although bathroom works well, to be fair. The shower works well. I might even show you me in the shower at some point in my shorts. I got a wall heater for in there as well. Wherever that's gone, it was here yesterday. April's probably moved it. Yeah, it's behind the door now. One thing that really bugs me when people do that, don't put stuff behind doors. Because if the door can't open, it's pointless. And like I said, this one is a work in progress. It's starting to get there. Because we've started doing some work up here yesterday. So the books are starting to take shape because there were boxes everywhere. So they're starting to come in now. Put a sheet up on the window at the door at the minute, just to try and keep the cold air out. Plants are happy. They're staying indoors for the winter at the minute. A few people have asked me about this area. And basically what you've got, there's our washing machine. We've had a shower tray basically put in underneath, because these guys have got a habit of leaking after about 3 years, and sometimes you get loose hose on the back of the washing machine. At least everything will go straight down, and instead of cascading down on the stairs. So it's getting there. The conservatory bit we're leaving for a bit, and there's a reason for that. We need to speak to the neighbour, because we're going to obscure some of her view. I just want to check she's okay, because last thing you want to do is build it and then suddenly they start whinging that you're blocking their view, and I'm going to dismantle the bloody thing. But the house is getting there. Now that we're in, it's starting to jump forward, because we can tidy up quite a lot. You'll be surprised how much. I mean, it looks an absolute tip at the minute, but it was far worse. Let me put you guys over there. Okay, that won't work. Don't like this phone thing because it puts me at a funny angle. But I ain't got any in my phone stands. But I'll drink my coffee while I'm here, guys. Getting into Spain, a few people asked me about the regulations and stuff. I think, to be fair, I think the UK drives most of the chaos on the COVID. I'm not going to get into it too much because it's so politically sensitive in our free speech nation. But the point being is, it has a knock-on effect. What I'm finding myself is Spain's a lot more reasonable and sensible. I know they've got their own regulations and whatever, but they seem a bit more structured. You know, it's not, let's see what happens tomorrow, which is the UK, which hence I was actually supposed to fly into Spain today on a Monday, and I flew in on Saturday because I wasn't sure what Boris was playing at. I've got to admit, I've got very little confidence in the guy. And it does seem that whatever Scotland says, a day later, England seems to do what Scotland's doing. They need to stop doing that. Well, that's my shot of coffee. So, what do I need to do to get into Spain? You don't need, currently, since I left, you don't need any tests or anything like that from the UK side to get to Spain. You do need evidence of your double jab and residency card. I think there's a few other options, but you'll have to look at those bits yourself. But for me, if you're double jabbed, it was just showing from the NHS app that I'm double jabbed. A few people have asked me about the NHS app, you know, worried about tracking or whatever. To be fair, I use a spare phone. I'll just leave it in the house in the UK. When I'm in the UK, I don't carry the app around with me. I mean, they're obviously using track and trace, otherwise I wouldn't have a track and trace. But the point being is, I'll just leave it. I'll just leave it in the house. So they're generally looking for the barcode from your NHS thing. So if you get the NHS app, you can put in there for the COVID piece in there. You have to mess around with it because there's no point going over headings because they're very likely to change them. But there's a little section in there. Basically, you just want the pass for travel, and that will generate a NHS barcode. Well, it's not barcode, is it? It's the QR code. And then basically what I do is I save it to the front cover of my phone, so it's quick to find, and that's one of the main things I'm looking for. Coming into Spain, you also need to get the Spanish app, track and trace, locator, whatever you want to call it. And you fill in that one, and the day before you fly, what I normally do is put all the where I'm coming from, where I'm going type information if I can, and then you'll find you can't really finish it until you get your flight number. It normally says within 48 hours of leaving as well. So once you hit the 48 hours, you can fill in the last bits. But I know like Ryanair and whatever, they try and hit you up for paying for a seat, even more so. Not more so, but you'd think they'd be the other way round, knowing that people need those numbers, but they're not. So you'll have to wait and get your seating number for the app. And that's the one they look for at the airport. I know a little bit of info. When you go through passport control, if you take your residency card, what I do is I put it in my passport, so when they view it, they see the residency card and they won't stamp your passport because you're a resident, which is useful to save overloading your passport if you travel as often as I do. But beyond that, no major issues. Other people have been asking about eco parking, any good? I find they're okay. I get the odd time where they're a bit slow picking us up at the airport, maybe 20 minutes, but that's because they're busy. Let's be fair. They've got a shuttle bus full of people coming to the airport, so they're waiting to load those up. Then they come over, drop them off and pick you up. But find look after the car okay, find that I haven't had any issues with them, they're very pleasant. I've had a few last minute changes because of this whole COVID situation. No grumbling. They do like at least 2 days notice in case there's a problem with your car, like it won't start or something. But generally, no issues with them at all. So yeah, they're pretty good. Being back in Spain for Christmas is good, very good. And I'll try and do some videos out and about. I know some people say it's quiet when I do the videos. Bear in mind when I go out, because a lot of it is when I go and do the videos, because I'm on sort of UK time, so I go out and about when it is quiet. But like Alicante Airport is far, far busier than you would think. So just bear that in mind. Yeah, beyond that, we'll do some updates from out and about. Where are we off to today, Mona? Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, so yeah, it's getting there. Not a lot else to report. There's a lot of events on this year as well, isn't there?
Yeah, and there's nightly activities in town.
Which town?
Central, Torrevieja.
Yeah, so there's a lot of activities on in the town in Torrevieja nightly. So just bear that in mind. Worth keeping an eye open. Because what you normally find is you find them on Facebook the day after they happen, with very little advertisement that they're going on. So just be aware. I mean, we had the Russian. What about it?
No, it was like sponsored by the Russian-speaking community.
Yeah, the Russians.
Last Saturday.
That was in La Mata. The Russian-speaking community, which I assume are Russians. I don't think it's overseas students or something. I think it's They had some activities up in La Mata, although was it cancelled or?
No, it was just like showers, the rain.
It was raining, yeah. So they were performing in the rain, but they had dancing and stuff. They also sponsored the little Christmas tree up there. I don't know if you've seen that in my videos. I'm doing more shorts as well, just to throw them in the mix. So you will see a lot of mini videos from out and about, which I normally don't do, but surprising how much stuff I do see, and I sort of dismiss it, but may be useful to others, especially since I know a lot of you guys haven't been able to travel. I mean, I see in the comments some of you guys haven't travelled for a few years now, thanks to the old COVID situation. So I will share a lot more than I normally do, and some of them will be annoyingly short, because that fits in with the shorts criteria. But hopefully you find them useful. But yeah, enjoying being back. Great to be back in Spain, great to be back in La Mata. One thing I will say about being here though is when you come here, everything just seems a bit more relaxed and chilled out. So yeah. Anyway guys, have a great Christmas and hopefully do some updates before then. Thanks for watching.